Take one spectacular mountain range. Insert 8 young adventurers. Add some of the world's rarest bears. And throw in a serious dose of high altitude. It's a recipe for tears, trauma and superhuman achievement.
Yeah!
Each night, the adventurers record a video diary, sharing their every thought on the extreme expedition. This is Serious Andy's Diaries. Coming up in today's Andy's Diaries, the building site blues.
We hate it here. Rubble.
And splits in the team come to a head.
She now knows that I don't like her.
The 8 adventurers had just completed the toughest climb of their lives, making it up to 13,000 feet, higher than any of them had ever been before. But they still had to get down the other side of the hill to reach their new camp.
Walking down the hill was really, really scary as it was so steep and everything. I felt I was going to fall over and I had to hold on to the grass nearby and everything.
To help them on their way, the leaders hid a treat in the bushes.
We had to navigate our way down to a crossroads and there was loads of chocolate waiting for us, which was quality.
Should I cut the bushes? Yes. I'm scared of bugs, though.
Got it?
You got anything in there?
Please. Oh yes, a black sack.
Whip it. What is this, man? Oh, okay. Wait, I want the Kit Kat.
Yes, chocolate, finally. Oh, I crave chocolate all the time here.
Got cuts all over my hands. Holding onto the grass, which was going down the steep bit.
There,
I got some pretty deep ones on my thumb.
there, there.
It's basically all over my hands because where we was trying to get down the hill, like grass cuts.
Yeah!
After a 4-hour hike, the exhausted team were finally at their new camp.
When we finally got to camp, everybody was so happy, especially Matt, because he was really struggling when we had to go through the marshland. He was really, really, really happy when we got here.
The camp is brilliant. It feels, as soon as we got there, it felt like home already. It's a really nice camp and everybody settled down.
I do like the new camp, actually. I find it very, very cool. It's a lot better than the last one.
The boys and girls had a tent each and they got very competitive putting them up.
We set up camp, we had a race with the boys, and they think they beat us, but they didn't. We beat them.
Personally, I think the girls won. But the boys think differently. I don't know why.
We won! We won! No, you didn't, because yours is facing the wrong way. They were saying because we didn't turn it round the right way, that it didn't count, which was a bit insane. Whoa, what have we done?
I'm more relaxed now here than I was in the other camp, because it's more permanent. So it's a bit more closed up. Shower's a bit more closed up. It was more homely kind of thing. And you'll never be homely because I'm in the wild.
In the hills above their new camp, the team's mission was to build a huge enclosure for rare spectacled bears.
You're ready to do some seriously hard work.
It would be the bears' last stop before returning to the wild.
The site looks absolutely amazing. It's better than the one the bears are in now.
Everybody was really happy about it. Everybody's ready to go.
So we up for it?
Yeah. Easy.
You reckon?
It wasn't long before the team realised just how tough it was going to be working high up in the mountains.
We had to dig trenches for the foundations.
So uneven, the ground. Some of it was soft, some of it was hard. Some of it was all right, but the rest of it, oh, nightmare.
It was so tedious because we had to dig everything out with my bare hands. My nails and they've got
Oh, that's horrible.
making concrete and putting it in.
Josh, don't pour the whole lot in.
It's like making a cake.
Exactly.
Little milk. It is.
I don't know
like
what
making a
planet you're
cake.
on. It is. It's just like
making a
cooking.
cake. Yep,
It's a lot of suffering. And my back is killing me.
The team pulled together well to reach their day's goal.
I think we've done pretty good.
The first half of the morning was the best, probably, because there was less work. Yeah, I really enjoyed it, but I'm guessing by maybe the 4th or the 5th day, I'm probably going to be hating mixing cement.
At the end of each day, the team couldn't wait to get back to their new camp. Although it was very basic, to the adventurers it seemed pretty luxurious.
Hi, I'm Kylie from Serious Andes. This is where I live. Come on, I'll show you around. This is what I call the dining room / kitchen. We have our daily meal, noodles and porridge.
Get your new soup here, no problems from here,
This is the slop pit. We put all the food that we don't need. Wellies come in handy walking around the bug. This is the diary room where you tell all your feelings to the camera. I love it because it's a bit private. You stay away from the others. This is our shower. Our water comes mainly from the river. Only 3 people have had the shower since we've been here, and I'm one of them. Clean me. The river. Boys seem to spend most of their time fishing. This is the girls' tent. 4 girls in 1 tent. Perfect. Boys' tent. I wouldn't go too close, it stinks. We always get visitors. Today we've got my favourite visitors, the wild horses. And this is where we all do our business. Excuse me. It stinks.
However much they liked their camp, they were certainly not enjoying the building work. It was way harder than anything they'd ever done.
Got to do it again tomorrow. And the next day, and the next day, and the next day. And it's really not going to be nice. Tomorrow's going to be horrible because we're going to be at we have to fill up the foundations with more cement. And that means more digging and... It's going to be really hard. I don't want to do it. I can't be bothered. No.
But there was a boost for one adventurer, a unique trip to spot rare condors.
As we were having tea, they announced who was going to be going on the extra expedition. As Ben described it, I just hope amongst hope that this will be me, because I love birds, and the Andean condor is one of the wildlife that they're trying to see on this expedition.
That person is actually going to be Matt.
Well done, mate. You deserve it.
As soon as he said my name, my mood just lit up. I couldn't stop smiling. It was just the best feeling ever. It was brilliant. It was a great, great feeling.
What can I say apart from I'm jealous? That is a really, really good thing. And all I can say is that I am proud of him. And he thoroughly deserves it.
That's totally covered up the feeling, the pain in the afternoon. That doesn't matter to me anymore. Tomorrow is going to be a great day, and I just hope that I see the condor.
Vamos. See?
Unfortunately, the next day, the weather couldn't have been worse.
The weather here is pretty unpredictable, and it was drizzling in the morning. We got on our horses and set off and thought it would soon clear up. Of course it didn't.
I was a bit gutted for Matt, because he kept on going on about his condors and his birds and his wildlife and his fish and all of this, and then Ben said, you know, we've chosen Matt to go and sing, and I thought, great, he absolutely deserves it. Not only has he been really putting the work in, you know, nobody else would have appreciated it more.
It was absolutely freezing. I mean, it was so cold, it was incredibly cold. Everybody was numb hands, numb feet. At some point during the climb, it was actually ice hitting into our face, ice rain. It was like sleet, it was terrible cold.
He didn't see a condor, and it was just such horrible weather today that they had to come back.
So I was really disappointed I didn't get to see the condors, because that would have been great for me. I can only hope that I might get a chance again.
In the awful conditions, work on the building site hadn't fared much better.
Oh, it's just so tough.
because we had to try and like put the mesh around the bear enclosure, and it was freezing cold, wet, windy, and it was all basically wanted to go to bed. I want to go home.
You're not going.
You want to go home.
I was really cold, wet, tired, hungry. Couldn't bother to work on the bear enclosure. Just wanted my bed and my friends and my family around me.
The weather's been absolutely awful. It's been raining all the time. I've got wet clothes, wet trousers. My hands are swollen up and everything, and it's really, really awful.
Up till lunch, I just really wanted to go home because I was just so bored of the work and like bored of being wet. It's not nice because you're wet all the time and like you're never ever dry, and it's just horrible. Ugh.
Understandably, the adventurers were spending quite a lot of time moaning, and it seemed some were stuck in a bit of a groove.
Dizzy, 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 sick, dizzy, sick, dizzy, dizzy and sick.
There's only one word that can describe it, and that's tough. Tough. Too tough. Very tough. It's so tough. I can't bothered anymore. I can't bothered. I can't bothered. 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 Can't bothered. I can't be bothered.
Despite all the grumbling, the enclosure was beginning to take shape.
We worked really hard today. The bear enclosure's coming together. It looks absolutely amazing.
I think everybody was high spirits. Me and Will were helping put the fences up as a team, and then people were doing other things in different sections, and we were having a laugh, lighting up the mood.
We're keeping on schedule, and I just hope it stays that way, because I think we are making really, really good progress.
Caitlin didn't only have the extreme conditions to deal with, she was becoming more and more isolated from the group.
There was a bit of an odd moment today regarding Caitlin and some of the other people.
I got a little bit annoyed actually, because a few people were making this joke about me that I really didn't like.
Oh, Caitlin!
Because she wasn't feeling well, she wasn't picking up that much mud on her spade. And it's kind of escalated a bit. Now there's a bit of talking behind Caitlin's back.
Everybody made this really nasty joke about me, just going on about how I could only lift maybe 1 stone at a time. And I know it doesn't sound bad, but it was really hurtful when I'm trying my absolute hardest to, you know, keep going.
I could see she was upset, and she said that she was upset. So I just told them to stop. It's not fair at all that she's come on this expedition and she wants to have fun, and it's not fair that they ruin that by having a joke at their expense. And it's not just this time, it's been multiple times.
Even if you're joking, it will still be hurtful. We're talking about Erin, though. So there's no point.
Exactly, we're talking about Erin.
I don't care, but you work. You just got to stop.
I'm sorry for upsetting you when we're talking about Erin.
I expected it from Will and Liam, but Kylie and Sarah, I thought I was closer to them than that, than for them to make this joke about me and for not actually to tell me, because I asked them about 6 times over breakfast what it was about, and they just wouldn't tell me.
Some people in the group don't get it, that it's upsetting her, and I can see she really is being upset. I think eventually it'll get through to them that it's upsetting her, but at the moment it's not very nice at all.
Day 3 on the building project brought depressing news. It was time to begin concreting in the fence.
It was about 6 tons of sand and gravel.
No.
That is all going to get used to fill in those trenches to solidify this enclosure.
Massive amounts of concrete, absolutely massive amounts of concrete, ridiculous amounts almost.
Have you seen the state of my hands? They are minging and so dry and just full of cement.
I'm caked in concrete and it's set on my face. It really hurts.
Blistered hands. My hands look like I've been from a mummy or something.
Right. That's all right.
See that? Yeah, that's concrete.
I hate making concrete for these stupid trenches.
The team had had no contact with their families since they arrived a week ago.
Hello, buenos dias.
A package from home set them off on an emotional roller coaster.
Just before lunch, we got packages, and they were packages from our families.
I got a letter from my dad, my sister and my brother, and I also got some sweets.
Pasta, apricots.
Moisturiser and cream.
And they got me my favourite chocolate, and it's the best chocolate ever, and I've already finished them at Imperials.
I had photos
She's hot.
and a letter from all my family, and it was so nice to receive something from them.
I love my cat! I love my cat!
I got stuff from my mum, which is really cool. Got some cool magazines and a nice letter, and that was really nice.
I miss them so much.
It's made me miss home quite a bit.
Up until then, nobody really realised how much they missed their family. When they got the letters, the pictures and everything, everybody really started to miss them and everybody was crying.
I got a little card from them, and I was just reading it, and I burst into tears.
You're only as big as the dreams you dare to live.
It was saying stuff like, "Oh, we're really proud of you, and we miss you lots." Oh, it's so nice. But Matt had to read his out. He just broke down. But I think it was more difficult for him because there's all that stupid macho stuff about boys not being able to cry. I just cried.
It's great to hear from my dad, but now all I'm going to be able to think about is like my dad, my brother, my sisters, and just stuff like that. And my nice bed.
After lunch, there was a break in the weather, and Matt was at last able to go condor spotting. Andean condors are the world's largest birds of prey, but have been hunted close to extinction.
Today I got to do what I thought I wouldn't be able to do again, which was to ride up and see the awesome, awesome Andean condor. Just see where the line of clouds breaks?
Yeah.
You see him? He's on top of the hill.
Wow, look at that.
Wow. And we saw two, and they were fantastic. We saw them from above, and I had my binoculars, and we could see them so well. You could see all their features. It was just amazing. I mean, for me, that was just one of the highlights, because I really like wildlife and birds. So I really enjoyed that.
At the building site, the project had begun to slip behind schedule.
People were slacking off today a bit. I was as well. Not gonna lie. Some people really didn't do much at all.
Everyone just kept on laughing and talking, and we just like slowly drifted away from working hard.
Tell me more,
Is anybody else as scared as I am?
All we did was try to keep everyone's morale up by like singing random songs.
Whatever will be.
Let's go.
Just anything at all, just to keep everyone going. Because if we just let it all slip, then work rate would just slow down. Everyone would just be so unhappy.
The tide is high, but I'm holding on. We're sort of singing a bit and moving buckets and just putting most of our energy in to try and keep warm.
I don't mean to be rude, but stop singing!
Oh, excuse me.
After mucking about for much of the day, work continued well into the night.
The time is about 9:15 at night. It's pitch black. The only light we have are 3 lights like this and your head torch. I've had like better lights on like Christmas trees.
Once it got dark, it seemed to get more exciting, I suppose. But I'm finding it very strange talking to head torches because you can't see anyone's face.
According to Ben, we've probably got about 2 hours left if we stay at a good pace. But we could go on into the early hours of the morning if we're not careful.
Too much.
Tired.
It's absolutely pathetic, really. I think we could have done a better job. But hopefully if everybody pulls together as a team, then it shouldn't take as long as everybody thinks it's going to.
I can't be bothered.
For Sarah, it was all getting too much.
I'm taking someone's head torch and I'm going to bed.
You've got your own head torch.
It don't work. I was older than a long time ago. Is it on? Can't bother with it anymore. I want to go home. And I'm being selfish by not working to the rest of the group, and I'm sorry for that, but I don't want to work, so I'm not going to work. If I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it. Same way, I don't want to get out of my bed tomorrow at 6 o'clock. I'm not getting out of my bed tomorrow at 6 o'clock.
Everyone was completely shattered, and the mood in camp was very low.
I hate bear enclosure now. It's horrible. So much work to do, and I hate it, and I really just want to be in my nice warm bed in England.
Wallowing in mud and concrete without being able to wash properly was getting very wearing.
I feel like a tramp.
I haven't changed my clothes for about a week.
I've got mud all over my face. My hair's gone all rubbish from all the rain.
Oh, when you have concrete in your ear.
I feel so dirty.
My hair is mad.
I've got cement in cracks in my fingers, which I know I'm never going to get. I'm not even going to try and get out.
My face is not clean properly when I clean it.
I found a mirror in the back of my makeup kit. Ugh. And I looked in it, and that was a shock and a half.
Oh no, it's just that you're...
And there were some worrying developments in camp. Splits in the team were coming to a head.
That girl is unbelievable. She must want to argue with me. If she wants to argue with me, then we can go. I just don't like her. If she comes next to me today, I'm going to punch her. Sarah and Caitlin, they had a little conflict, like war thing between them two going on. And it's been going on for a couple of days now. And it got really, really bad today, where Sarah threatened to punch Caitlin. And that made our lives a lot harder. Today has been emotional. Had an argument with Caitlin.
Today it was all down to passing buckets along a chain, which is so small, but it caused such a big argument, really.
We were doing the chain and I asked her to move down slightly because I had to walk maybe double the amount of anyone else, and she just started shouting and shouting at me, and I didn't know what I'd done at all. And then she just completely refused to speak to me.
Drives me insane.
And all I heard was Sarah started shouting at her. And it basically, from then on, for the rest of the afternoon, things just got so much more tense.
She won't even try and speak to me.
The situation became so serious, the leaders took urgent action.
I want to know what this issue is between Sarah and Caitlin.
This evening we had a big sit down and we had a big talk about it, which I think, I mean, definitely it was awkward, but it was totally necessary.
We had to sit down for at least an hour to talk things through and to make sure that Sarah, in particular, was okay with Caitlin.
One, I think you lie a lot.
She doesn't like me because she thinks that I try too hard to fit in and that I lie.
You don't lie to try and fit in.
I just said I didn't lie to fit in. I just said that.
Fed up. Of course I'm going to try hard to fit in. I'm 2 years younger than all the other girls. Of course I'm going to try and fit in, but I'm not going to lie to do it. So that got to me a bit.
Let's have a clean sweep, and I'm asking you to be civil. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking for.
I want none of you lot stay, yeah? You don't have to be nice to her, you just have to be polite.
She was just basically trying to put it across that I was completely wrong and she was completely right, and she wouldn't settle for much else.
Everything I said, I meant. Everything I've done, I meant.
We've established that. You know, if everyone else here is willing to make a compromise, and Sarah at the moment is not.
Sarah's got a strong personality. She wasn't very happy about it, can we say, but I did feel sorry for her as well, because you could see that she felt that people were starting to gang up on her.
Everyone made me, so yeah, I act civilised with her.
It took over an hour of discussion before Sarah agreed to try and get on with Caitlin.
Say yes. Just say yes, Sarah. Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, we have a yes, people.
We have a yes.
Oh, she now knows that I don't like her.
I feel quite bad because she seemed okay. She didn't seem too bothered, and then after the chat, she started crying. I felt really bad for her, and I don't know why. I don't like to see other people cry.
Hopefully Sarah and Caitlin get along together and they won't have any problems.
That conversation wasn't for judging people or making up opinions about them. Basically what it was about was just sorting out differences and how people were going to work together, and basically just trying to get some acceptance between them. I mean, everyone was involved and it was difficult. I sat there for ages and it was freezing cold.
The argument cleared the air but put them further behind schedule, so once again work had to continue late into the night.
I'm really tired, we're still working and it's late. Still got a lot more to do.
I think I'm just going to fall asleep on my feet. I really want to get into my sleeping bag now.
I've worked so hard compared to some people that have been just mucking around all day, and it's not fair anymore. I'm just really tired and I tried my best today.
I really don't want to work, but I know we have to, otherwise it just won't get done, and we'll have to keep on coming back day after day after day to get it done.
Hold on, it shouldn't take you long if you're all mucking.
I'm bored of this work. Only a week in, and I'm bored of it.
Good job, guys. The concrete is completely finished.
Yay!
I think you've earned a lion, yeah?
They'd completed half the enclosure in just 4 days. When they checked out the site the next morning, they realised the scale of their achievement.
We're super people.
Oh, that's a lot, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, no.
I'm still in shock that we've done that in that amount of days, that amount of help from adults. I'm just so chuffed with myself and the group.
This trip's like, dunno, it's really sort of changing me. It's really hard, but I'm really enjoying it out here now. I'm just having different outlooks on life.
The mood is really high in the camp, and I'm ready for tomorrow. I'm ready for the next day, whatever it brings. I can't wait.
Next time in Serious Andy's Diaries, mixed reactions to videos from home.
Yeah, you guys, you are so embarrassing.
And some embarrassing moments at the project site.
Everyone has been talking about who they're fancy and everything.